For decades, society has made us believe that the loss of intimate vigor is an inevitable sentence of aging. This limiting belief has robbed the confidence of millions of mature men throughout America. However, after 3 decades researching male health and working directly with more than 8,000 American men over 60 years old, I can categorically affirm that this premise is completely false. The real problem doesn't lie in the passage of time, but in modern medical misinformation that ignores natural solutions proven for centuries. Our ancestors possessed knowledge about male vitality that contemporary medicine has discarded in favor of expensive and frequently ineffective synthetic treatments. The reality is that the male body maintains its capacity for intimate response until very advanced ages, as long as it receives adequate nutritional and circulatory support. The determining factor is not chronological age, but the quality of blood circulation and the availability of specific nutrients that activate the natural mechanisms of sexual response. This century-old drink, passed down from generation to generation in rural communities of Latin America, contains a unique combination of ingredients that work synergistically to restore optimal circulatory function. The results I have documented in my professional practice demonstrate that men of 65, 70, and even 75 years can experience significant revitalization of their intimate function. Carlos, the 68-year-old retired mechanic from Phoenix that I mentioned, represents just one of thousands of successful cases. His transformation from 3 years of avoiding intimacy out of shame to recovering full confidence in just 2 weeks perfectly illustrates the potential that exists when we apply correct, natural principles. If this information is useful to you, continue reading, because what comes next can completely transform your perspective on male vitality in maturity. Understanding the science behind natural male function. To understand why this natural drink works where conventional treatments fail, we must examine the basic physiology of male sexual response. The male intimate process fundamentally depends on a compound called nitric oxide, a molecule that acts as a signal to relax the smooth muscles of blood vessels, allowing increased blood flow to specific tissues. As we age, natural nitric oxide production gradually diminishes. However, this reduction is neither inevitable nor irreversible. The specific ingredients in this ancestral drink contain natural precursors that stimulate endogenous nitric oxide production more efficiently than many synthetic medications. The first key component acts as a natural vasodilator, improving the flexibility and expansion capacity of blood vessels. Unlike pharmaceutical drugs that force an artificial response, these natural compounds work with existing body systems, optimizing their function without creating chemical dependency. The second element provides specific amino acids that are direct building blocks of nitric oxide. These amino acids, when consumed in the correct proportions and in combination with certain mineral cofactors present in the drink, can increase nitric oxide production by 300% or more within 30 to 60 minutes after consumption. Additionally, the drink contains potent antioxidants that protect the produced nitric oxide from premature degradation. This antioxidant protection means that beneficial effects are maintained for longer periods, creating a broader window of opportunity for spontaneous intimacy. Independent scientific studies have demonstrated that these natural ingredients not only improve specific circulatory function, but also benefit general cardiovascular health, reduce blood pressure, improve daily energy, and optimize cognitive function. If you find this scientific information valuable, share it with other men who could benefit from understanding these natural principles of male health. Real success stories. Documented transformations. Theory without practical results lacks real value. Let me share with you the specific stories of three men who represent thousands of similar cases in my professional experience. Michael Anderson, 72 years old, retired university professor from Boston. Michael came to my consultation after 5 years of growing frustration. As an academic, he had extensively researched available options, trying multiple medications with inconsistent results and bothersome side effects. His wife of 45 years of marriage was beginning to show signs of emotional distancing, which intensified his performance anxiety. "Doctor, I've read everything available on this topic, but nothing works reliably," he confessed during our first session. After explaining the natural drink protocol, Michael showed understandable initial skepticism. However, he agreed to try it for a full month. The results appeared gradually but consistently. In the second week, Michael reported notable improvements in his morning energy and mental clarity. By the third week, he experienced firm and sustained intimate responses that he hadn't felt in years. More importantly, performance anxiety disappeared completely, allowing genuine spontaneity in his marital relationship. 6 months later, Michael wrote to me, "I not only recovered my intimate confidence, but my wife comments that I seem 10 years younger in all aspects. Our communication has improved because there's no longer that unspoken tension between us." Frank Johnson, 65 years old, public accountant from Atlanta. Frank faced a different challenge. Diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 5 years earlier, he had experienced a progressive decrease in his sexual function that his doctors attributed exclusively to his metabolic condition. Prescribed medications interacted negatively with his diabetes medication, creating a vicious cycle of medical frustration. "They told me I should accept this situation as part of managing my diabetes," Frank explained. "But at 65, I wasn't ready to give up that important part of my life." The natural drink represented an ideal solution for Frank because it didn't interfere with his diabetes medications. In fact, some of the ingredients helped stabilize his blood glucose levels. After 3 weeks of consistent use, Frank experienced not only improvements in his intimate function, but also better overall glycemic control. His endocrinologist was impressed with the improvements in his quarterly blood tests. When I explained about the natural drink I was taking, he initially showed skepticism, but the results in my medical exams spoke for themselves, Frank reported. Robert Williams, 69 years old, retired businessman from San Diego. Robert had built a successful business for 40 years, but felt he was losing the most important battle when his intimate difficulties began. His naturally competitive personality turned each failed experience into an additional source of stress. "In business, I always found solutions to problems, but this seemed different," Robert admitted. He had tried multiple medical approaches without lasting success, which affected his general self-esteem and began to impact other areas of his life. Robert's transformation was particularly dramatic because his results-oriented personality adapted perfectly to the structured protocol of the drink. He followed the instructions meticulously and documented his progress daily. By the end of the first month, Robert had recovered not only his sexual function, but also his general confidence in life. "Now I understand that male vitality isn't just about the bedroom, but about feeling complete as a man in all areas," he reflected. Let me know in the comments if you identify with any of these stories or if you've lived similar situations. Honest comparison. Natural versus conventional treatments. As a responsible professional, I must present you with an honest and balanced comparison between this natural solution and available conventional medical treatments. Each approach has its merits and limitations, and the choice should be based on your specific individual situation. Pharmaceutical medications. Medications like sildenafil, tadalafil, and vardenafil have helped millions of men worldwide. Their efficacy is well documented scientifically, and for many men, they represent an effective and convenient solution. However, they present significant limitations for mature men. Side effects include headaches, digestive problems, nasal congestion, and, in rare but serious cases, changes in blood pressure that can be dangerous for men with pre-existing cardiovascular conditions. Additionally, these medications require medical prescription, regular consultations, and represent a considerable monthly cost. More problematic for many mature men is the loss of spontaneity that these medications require. The need to plan intimacy hours in advance can reduce naturalness and romance in established relationships. Hormonal therapies. Testosterone replacement therapy can be beneficial for men with proven hormonal deficiency. However, it requires strict medical monitoring, regular injections or applications, and carries potential risks including prostatic and cardiovascular problems. Mechanical devices. Vacuum pumps and other mechanical devices can be effective, but many men find them uncomfortable, unnatural, and complicated to use discreetly. The natural solution advantage. The natural drink I propose offers several distinct advantages for mature men. First, it doesn't require medical prescription or expensive specialized consultations. The ingredients are available in health stores or regular supermarkets. Second, it doesn't present significant drug interactions with most common medications for conditions like diabetes, hypertension, or high cholesterol. This is crucial for mature men who frequently manage multiple medical conditions. Third, the beneficial effects extend beyond specific sexual function. The same ingredients that improve intimate circulation also benefit general cardiovascular health, daily energy, and cognitive function. Fourth, the monthly cost is significantly lower than pharmaceutical medications, making long-term treatment sustainable without financial pressure. Finally, the nature of the ingredients means you can use them flexibly according to your needs, without creating physical dependency or tolerance that requires increasing doses. Honest limitations. I must be transparent about the limitations of this natural approach. Results may take longer to manifest compared to pharmaceutical drugs that act within 30 to 60 minutes. Some men may require adjustments in ingredient proportions to optimize individual results. Additionally, men with severe medical conditions may need additional medical supervision, although natural ingredients are generally safe. Comment on what type of approach you prefer, natural or conventional, and why. Your perspective can help other men in similar situations. The complete protocol, exact recipe, and instructions. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for. The specific and detailed protocol for preparing and using this transformative drink. Precision in preparation and timing of consumption are crucial for obtaining consistent and optimal results. Exact ingredients and proportions: 1 cup fresh watermelon juice, 250 ml, 1 tablespoon freshly squeezed lemon juice, 15 ml, 1 teaspoon pure unprocessed honey, 5 ml, 1/4 teaspoon fresh grated ginger, a pinch of unrefined sea salt, 1 2-cup filtered water, 125 ml. Step-by-step preparation. First step: select a ripe but not excessively sweet watermelon. The watermelon should be at room temperature, not refrigerated, to maximize bioavailability of active compounds. Extract the juice using an extractor or blender, straining afterward to eliminate pulp. Second step: grate fresh ginger immediately before use. Pre-grated ginger quickly loses potency. The amount should be enough to feel a slight sting, but not so much that it dominates the flavor. Third step: mix all ingredients in the specific order. First the watermelon juice, then the water, then the lemon, honey, ginger, and finally the sea salt. This order ensures optimal dissolution and synergy between components. Fourth step: stir vigorously for 30 seconds and let rest for 5 minutes to allow ingredients to integrate completely. Optimal consumption timing: the drink should be consumed exactly 45 to 60 minutes before planned intimate activity. This timing allows complete intestinal absorption and activation of natural circulatory mechanisms. For best results, avoid heavy meals 2 hours before consumption. A light meal 3 to 4 hours before is acceptable and may even improve absorption of some nutrients. Usage protocol by frequency. For occasional use, 1-2 times per week. Follow the exact protocol each time without modifications. For more frequent use, 3 to 4 times per week. Reduce ginger amount by half after the second week to avoid gastric irritation. For daily use, not initially recommended. After 4 weeks of successful occasional use, you can consider daily use with medical supervision if you take regular medications. Variations. According to individual response, men with gastric sensitivity reduce ginger to 1/8 teaspoon and gradually increase according to tolerance. Men with diabetes substitute honey with natural stevia, 1/4 teaspoon, and consult with your doctor about glycemic impact. Men with hypertension eliminate sea salt completely. Other ingredients provide sufficient electrolytes. What to expect in different phases. First week, you might experience improvement in general energy and digestion. Specific effects may be subtle initially. Second week, most men report first notable improvements in intimate response, including greater ease of response and sustaining. Third, fourth week, more consistent and pronounced effects. Reduction of performance anxiety, increase in general confidence. Month 2 to 3, stabilized and optimized effects. Many men report improvements that are maintained even on days when they don't consume the drink. Common errors to avoid. Don't use excessively cold watermelon or processed ingredients. Active compounds are sensitive to extreme temperature and industrial processing. Don't double the amounts thinking more is better. Proportions are calculated for optimal synergy. Don't mix with alcohol or medications without consulting with a health professional. Don't get discouraged if first attempts don't produce dramatic results. Consistency is more important than intensity. If these tips seem practical and applicable to you, like and subscribe for more specific tips on natural male health. Beyond the bedroom, unexpected holistic benefits. What began as research on male sexual function revealed unexpected benefits that completely transcend the bedroom. The ingredients of this natural drink create a holistic transformation that positively impacts multiple aspects of the mature man's life. Energy and daily vitality. The same compounds that improve intimate circulation also optimize general brain and muscle blood flow. Men who use this protocol consistently report waking up more rested, maintaining stable energy during the day, and experiencing less evening fatigue. Anthony, a 66-year-old accountant, told me, "Initially, I sought to improve my intimate life, but what surprised me most was recovering that morning energy I hadn't had since my 50s. Now I can work in my garden all morning without feeling exhausted." Improved cardiovascular health. Natural ingredients act as mild vasodilators, reducing systolic blood pressure in many users. The nitric oxide produced not only benefits sexual function, but also improves arterial flexibility and reduces the risk of cardiovascular events. Dr. Hernandez, consulting cardiologist, observed, "Patients who have implemented this natural protocol show consistent improvements in their endothelial function and blood pressure studies during regular checkups. Cognitive function and mental clarity. The increase in brain circulation resulting from the protocol produces notable effects on memory, concentration, and mental processing. Many men report better ability to solve complex problems and greater mental sharpness in social conversations. Self-confidence and male presence. Perhaps the most transformative benefit is the increase in general self-confidence that arises when a man feels complete in his masculinity. This confidence radiates in professional, social, and family interactions. Edward, a 71-year-old businessman, explained, When you feel complete as a man, you walk differently, speak with more authority, and people respond differently. My family notices that I'm more present and positive in family gatherings. Improvements in marital relationships. Beyond obvious physical improvements, couples experience significant emotional reconnection. The elimination of performance anxiety allows more open communication about intimacy and emotional needs. Carmen, wife of a regular user of 43 years of marriage, shared, "Not only did our intimate life improve, but my husband became more affectionate, attentive, and communicative. It's as if he had recovered a part of himself that had been dormant." Impact on social life and friendships. Men who feel vital and confident participate more actively in social activities, recreational sports, and group hobbies. Increased energy translates into greater willingness for physical and social activities. Sleep quality. Natural ingredients, especially when consumed regularly, improve deep sleep quality. Better nighttime rest creates a positive cycle of greater daily energy, better mood, and optimized hormonal function. Digestion and metabolism. Natural components of the drink stimulate healthy digestive function and can slightly accelerate metabolism, helping to maintain stable body weight and consistent energy. General physical resistance. Many users report greater resistance in daily physical activities like climbing stairs, walking long distances, or performing household chores. Improved circulation benefits muscle oxygenation during physical effort. Mood and optimism. The combination of greater energy, better intimate function, and increased confidence creates a more optimistic and resilient mental state in the face of daily challenges. Men report less irritability and greater patience in stressful situations. Motivation for other healthy habits. Interestingly, men who experience these benefits frequently feel motivated to adopt other healthy habits like regular exercise, better nutrition, and reduction of negative habits. Like if these additional benefits surprise you, that go far beyond what you initially expected. Overcoming internal resistance and common obstacles. Despite the proven effectiveness of this natural method, many men face internal and external obstacles that can limit their success. Recognizing and proactively addressing these resistances is crucial for obtaining lasting results. Skepticism based on past experiences. If you've tried multiple treatments without lasting success, it's natural to feel skeptical toward any new proposal. This protective skepticism, although understandable, can become a self-fulfilling prophecy that sabotages potential results. The key is to approach this method with scientific skepticism instead of defeatist pessimism. Scientific skepticism means trying the protocol exactly as described for the recommended time while documenting results objectively. Defeatist pessimism means expecting failure and abandoning at the first minor difficulties. Joaquin, a 69-year-old retired engineer, admitted, "After spending thousands on treatments that didn't work, my first reaction was to dismiss this as another empty promise. But I decided to apply the same rigorous methodology I used in my professional career. The results speak for themselves." Resistance to changing. Established routines. Mature men frequently have developed fixed routines that provide psychological security. Introducing new elements, even beneficial ones, can generate unconscious resistance. The solution is to gradually integrate the protocol into existing routines without dramatic disruptions. Instead of changing multiple aspects of your life simultaneously, focus solely on implementing the drink correctly while maintaining all other routines intact. Concerns about intimacy and partner expectations. Many men fear creating expectations in their partners that might not be fulfilled or feel additional pressure when attempting intimate improvements. This anticipatory anxiety can interfere with the relaxation necessary to obtain optimal benefits. Honest but discreet communication with your partner is fundamental. Instead of creating specific expectations, simply share that you are exploring improvements in your general health that could benefit multiple aspects of your well-being. Impatience with gradual results. Modern culture of instant gratification can create unrealistic expectations about the time necessary to see natural results. Unlike synthetic medications that act quickly but artificially, natural solutions optimize existing body systems gradually. Establish realistic expectations. Subtle improvements in energy may appear in days. Notable improvements in intimate function typically require 2 to 3 weeks, and optimized benefits develop during 1-2 months of consistent use. Resistance to investing time in preparation. Some men consider that preparing the drink daily requires too much effort compared to taking a pill. This perspective ignores the additional benefits of the conscious self-care ritual. Reframe preparation as a moment of deliberate masculine self-care, similar to carefully shaving or maintaining your vehicle. These personal care rituals reinforce positive masculine identity and responsible self-care. Concerns about long-term effectiveness. Some men wonder if natural benefits will be sustainable or if they will eventually need to increase doses or frequency to maintain results. Natural ingredients work by optimizing existing body systems instead of artificially replacing them. This means that benefits frequently become more stable over time, not less effective. Many users report that after 3 to 6 months of regular use, they can maintain benefits with less frequent use. Perceived financial obstacles. Although monthly cost is significantly lower than pharmaceutical medications, some men focus on immediate expense instead of long-term value and comparative savings. Calculate annual cost compared to medical alternatives, including medical consultations, medications, and additional treatments. Investment in natural ingredients frequently represents 20 to 30% of the cost of conventional treatments. Family or social resistance. Occasionally, family members or friends may express skepticism about natural approaches, preferring official medical treatments. This social pressure can create internal doubts. Remember that decisions about your health and well-being are fundamentally yours. You can respect others' opinions without allowing them to dictate your personal self-care choices. Fear of public failure. Some men avoid attempting improvements for fear that others will find out if results aren't successful. This fear of public humiliation can paralyze action. This protocol is completely discreet. Ingredients are common, and preparation can be done privately. You don't need to announce your improvement efforts to anyone. Practical strategies for persistence. Establish discreet reminders on your phone for preparation and consumption. Keep a simple record of daily energy and general well-being. Celebrate small improvements instead of waiting for immediate dramatic transformations. Comment which of these obstacles seems most familiar to you, or if you've experienced similar resistances in other areas of self-care. Final synthesis and call to action. We reach the moment of synthesis and action. You have received solid scientific information, real testimonials, specific protocols, and strategies to overcome common obstacles. Now the responsibility for transformation passes to your hands. Recapitulation of key elements. Male intimate vitality after 60 is not a nostalgic luxury, but a natural right that can be maintained and optimized with correct knowledge and consistent action. This ancestral drink offers an accessible, natural, and effective solution that works with your body, not against it. The simple ingredients, watermelon, lemon, honey, ginger, and sea salt, contain scientifically validated compounds that optimize nitric oxide production, improve circulation, and restore natural intimate function. More importantly, these benefits extend to general energy, cardiovascular health, mental clarity, and personal confidence. Thousands of American men over 60 have experienced documented transformations using exactly this protocol. Their stories of intimate renewal, energy improvement, and marital reconnection demonstrate that age, by itself, doesn't determine intimate limitations. Your immediate next step. Knowledge without application lacks transformative value. Your next step must be to decide whether you will implement this information or allow it to become another good idea without action. If you decide to proceed, begin tomorrow by acquiring fresh, quality ingredients. Initial preparation may require minor adjustments according to your individual tolerance, but consistency during the first 3 weeks is crucial for evaluating genuine effectiveness. Creating your support system. Although this protocol can be implemented completely privately, considering creating a discrete support system can significantly increase your long-term success probabilities. This could include honest communication with your partner about your general health improvement efforts, establishment of personal reminders for consistency, and simple documentation of energy and well-being to track objective progress. Realistic expectations for your journey. Your transformation will probably follow a gradual but cumulative progression. The first week may produce subtle improvements in energy and digestion. The second and third week typically reveal more notable improvements in intimate response and general confidence. By the end of the first month, most men experience significant changes in multiple areas: improved intimate function, more stable energy, better sleep quality, and notable increase in masculine self-confidence. Long-term maintenance. Once you experience consistent benefits, you can adjust frequency according to your individual needs and lifestyle. Some men maintain daily use for general health benefits, while others use the protocol according to specific needs. The key is finding a sustainable balance that integrates naturally into your life routine without creating additional stress or logistical complications. Expanding benefits to other areas. The natural self-care principles you'll apply with this drink can expand to other areas of your health and well-being. Consider gradually incorporating other complementary habits like regular walks, deep breathing exercises, or sleep quality improvements. However, avoid the temptation to change multiple aspects of your life simultaneously. Sustainable success is built by implementing one change at a time, mastering it completely, and then adding additional elements. Your vitality legacy. As a mature man, you have the opportunity to model for younger generations that full masculinity has no expiration date. Your decision to invest in your intimate vitality and general well-being sends a powerful message about the value of responsible masculine self-care. Men who maintain vitality and maturity frequently become informal mentors for friends and family members facing similar challenges. Your personal transformation can inspire broader circles of men to reject unnecessary limitations imposed by aging stereotypes. Community and continued support. Although this protocol can be implemented individually, connecting with other men who share similar health and vitality goals can significantly enrich your experience. Consider seeking male wellness groups, age-appropriate physical activity clubs, or online communities focused on active and healthy aging. Sharing experiences discreetly and appropriately with other mature men can provide additional motivation, practical advice, and reminders that you are not alone in this revitalization journey. The moment of decision. This moment represents a fork in your personal path. You can choose the familiar path of accepting supposed limitations as inevitable, or you can choose the path of informed action toward renewed vitality. The information you've received is the same that has transformed the lives of thousands of mature American men. The difference between those who experience transformation and those who remain stagnant doesn't lie in special circumstances, but in the decision to act consistently on valid knowledge. Your personal commitment. If you decide to proceed, do so with genuine commitment to your integral well-being. This is not a magical solution that requires blind faith, but a natural protocol that requires consistent application and objective evaluation of results. Commit to following the protocol exactly as described for a minimum of 4 weeks before evaluating effectiveness. This period allows your body to adapt, optimize natural responses, and demonstrate real cumulative benefits. Final message of hope and empowerment. Chronological age is simply a number when you possess correct knowledge and the will to apply it. Your body maintains extraordinary capacities for renewal, adaptation, and optimization that can be activated with appropriate nutritional and circulatory stimuli. Thousands of men like you have discovered that the 7th decade of life can be a time of intimate renewal, vital energy, and deep personal satisfaction. Your transformation story is waiting to be written. Male dignity doesn't diminish with years. It refines and deepens when properly nurtured. You have the natural right to experience intimate fullness, energetic vitality, and personal confidence until very advanced ages. The knowledge you now possess is your tool for liberation from unnecessary limitations. Use it wisely, consistently, and with the confidence that you're taking active control of your intimate well-being and general vitality. Your transformation begins with your next decision. Choose vitality. Choose fullness. Choose to live without self-imposed limitations. The ancestral drink, real testimonials, and specific protocol are now in your hands. The only remaining element is your decision to act. If this video provided you with genuine value, subscribe for more natural male health tips and share this information with other mature men who deserve to know about these renewal possibilities. Like if this information can change lives, and comment on what impacted you most about all this transformative knowledge. Your new stage of full masculine vitality begins now.